Well, hello everybody. How are you doing today? This is another one of our wonderful Inner Healers radio talk shows. As you know, Inner Healers is an integrative, health-oriented concept that considers all the answers that we look for reside inside. It is by reaching inside that we can live healthy, happy lives. Those who resonate with this concept have been writing back and contacting each other, with whom we are starting a loving and caring worldwide community of like-minded souls. A company under the same name was created in Peru to help sustain both the concept and the community. We believe in broadening minds and lessening frontiers, for it's not about where we are based, but about remembering we are all inner healers. My name is Luciana Stiglich. I'm a healer, a teacher, and the founder of Inner Healers in Peru, and I will be your host for today. This is a very special show because, as you know, today we will have Pepper Lewis as a guest in our show. She's a world-renowned author, teacher, and channel. She has been the primary voice for Mother Earth, Gaia, for over 15 years and has carried Gaia's unique wisdom and guidance to many corners of the globe. Her channeling is rich, clear, and profound. Pepper explains her passion as follows. For me, she says, channeling is a mutually enriched synthesis of prayer and meditation. In prayer, you offer gratitude and ask, and in meditation, you receive answers. In channeling, you can do both at the same time. It is the most fulfilling practice I know. Pepper will talk to us about how she became a channeler and what role did self-esteem play on it all. She will also channel Gaia for wisdom and self-esteem. Join both Pepper and Gaia for an enlightening experience. Hello, Pepper.
Hello, Luciana. How are you? I'm so happy to be with you today.
Hi there. Thanks for coming to share your wisdom with us. How are you feeling today?
I'm doing very well. You and I have been communicating by email for quite a while now, so it's nice to have this opportunity to share our wisdom together and to share it with others.
Yes, I'm very happy as well. So can you please tell us a little bit about who you are, for the listeners, your work, who is Gaia, and how come you started on this path?
Well, I wonder sometimes about this path. I found it, and it found me as things happen in life. So I have always felt dearly attached to the earth and to everything about it. I would not describe myself as a very outdoorsy person, but I would call myself a natural philosopher of life. I have always found every aspect of life, every kingdom, to be precious, to be important, to be necessary. And even as a young child, I was always thinking. I would think about what I was feeling, and then I would wonder what the earth was feeling. I would wonder what about a certain animal, and I would wonder what the earth thought about that as well. And then, as a young child, I also had very severe migraine headaches, and my mother would put me in a darkened room and cover all the windows, and I would lay very, very still, waiting and hoping for this giant headache to go away. And while that was taking place, these wonderful images of the earth that look much like it does today, but more enriched, almost as if it was a richer soil with more variety of species, without some of the struggles that we know the earth faces today. And so my connection with the earth began then. And I can only imagine that these were angelic beings that brought to me these beautiful visions. A lot of them seemed to be encased in what looked like raindrops or orbs shaped like raindrops. So it was very rich, and it certainly made it something wonderful to see until the headache passed away. And, in fact, these experiences were so wonderful that I sometimes even tried to fake a headache, hoping that these experiences would come. But life isn't like that, it knows when we're cheating, and so they didn't come during those moments. So that was my beginning, and it's grown since then. It's been a lifelong journey that has developed day by day and year by year to a more enriching and fulfilling contact with everything that is upon and within the earth, until I didn't even know that it was channeling, until I discovered that word as a teenager and thought, oh, that must be what I've been doing all this time because my communication is so profound.
So can you describe for all the people that are listening, what is a channeler? How does that work? What is like being a channeler in your experience?
Well, it feels a lot like what our intuition feels like, but much more rich than that. It feels very vivid. It feels like a thought, like our own thought, but one that comes to life. So it's the imagery is more vivid. The words are more rich, generally, than our own vocabulary, because Spirit has access to everything that we offer and a little bit more. Channeling is generally much more positive than we feel about life, because it sees things from a greater vision, from a deeper perspective, and it's able to offer that to us. And so it allows us to walk with a little bit more knowledge and vision, and if we allow it to, we can take that knowledge and vision and convert that into wisdom. So we draw to ourselves information, we invite knowledge, but when we combine that with channeling, it can quickly become wisdom. But it's up to us to do that.
Right. So you were saying that you started with that as a child. Was it difficult for you in regards to other children while you were growing up?
Well, yes. I would say yes, because as some of your listeners might know, I was born in South America. I was born in Argentina, Buenos Aires, and then I came to the U.S. as a baby. I was 5 months old. So I grew up in that I was a foreigner, a stranger in a strange land. And so a little bit I was ostracized, and I was learning both languages at the same time. And I had these unique abilities that I didn't know were abilities. I thought everyone saw things and heard things the way I did. So when I would speak about them, people would look at me in that way that, well, it's probably, just your imagination, or every child has invisible friends, or something along those lines. So, as a child you learn when to be silent. You learn when to speak about things and when to be silent about them.